This video is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor or a financial planner, but we have something very important to talk about. And yes, for those of you guys that are subscribed to the channel and watch all these videos, I did make a video about this yesterday, but I posted it at about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it didn't get pushed out too much. Now, this isn't about the views, nothing like that. If we want to see $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, or even $100,000, apes have to stop doing this, at least in my opinion. I'm going to be breaking it down. It does involve the option chain, and we are essentially giving the hedge funds like Citadel, other market makers, our money, and they are not hedging these positions. We are going to talk about it, guys. This is very important. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly suggest you stay through this video, but I cannot stress this enough. This is not financial advice. Do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you guys, this is hurting the movement, and we're going to break it down. The only thing that I ask is that you hit that like button for me. I do greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see AMC hit 10, 15, 20,000, help push this video out to as many people as possible. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys are doing for the 4th of July. I'd love to hear from you guys and pretty much respond to every single comment as well. Now let's get to it, guys. So as we do know, AMC is in a bullish trajectory. We all know this. Now, before I talk about the option chain, I do want to acknowledge the fact for most people, especially new apes that don't know how to trade options, buying the shares is probably just the best thing to do. But I know some people, they're itching for those multi-1,000% winning trades if the stock moves up $100 or 100%, right? You want a big winning trade. So I do like to use stock and options. I think that's the best way to do it. But there's something that is very, very alarming. Now, we're going to take a look at this, but first we have to talk about the stock O tracker data. Yes, we have had very elevated levels on the option chain, but we're not seeing a gamma squeeze because they are so far out the money. I mean, we just seen about 280,000 contracts, 27,000 that expired in the money, 267,000 that expired out the money for yesterday. That was Friday. We see about 155,000 contracts in total for July 9th, and then July 16th, we see over 300,000 contracts on the option chain. So it's not a matter of why we're not seeing a gamma squeeze, and that kind of is, because this next thing is the whole reason why we're not seeing a gamma squeeze. But with this kind of activity on the option chain, we should be seeing some level of gamma squeeze activity going on, especially because apes are continuously buying the dip. And if you guys are wondering why this gamma squeeze hasn't happened, and ultimately I do believe it will be a gamma squeeze that triggers the short squeeze, then you're going to get FOMO buyers coming in, then you're going to get the day traders coming in, and there's a whole group of people. Everybody knows what's going on with AMC. You don't think they're going to try to jump in and jump out once the price starts to go crazy, once we prove everybody wrong? They are. Let me be very clear about that. They are going to. Now, what I have been finding that is very alarming, and really the reason why I am making this video, is because you see a lot of options activity that is really over $70. Now, I don't think buying the $70 strikes is bad. I don't think it necessarily helps with the gamma squeeze right now until we do start to get that rally, and I do think our best possible chance for a gamma squeeze is going to be July 16th, but that is not the point of this video, guys. We're seeing a lot of options being purchased out the money, way out the money, and it's not hedge funds, institutions, or market makers that are doing this. Now, if you guys don't know this, you can always buy a call on the options market. That is why there is market makers there to provide that liquidity, and the market makers never lose. What's the one thing you guys know about the casino? This is the best analogy. I used this in the last video. What's the only thing you know about the casino, right? Everybody knows this, no matter like teen to grown up, right? Old. You know that the casino always wins. That is the fact here. The market makers, Citadel, all these hedge funds, they are the casino, and they always win. Now, especially when you're buying super far out the money strikes. Like I said, $70 and even a little bit higher than that, 70 to 75. It doesn't help us here, but it's not going to hurt us as much if we can get up to these prices and cause the delta hedging to start going on. Because essentially, when you're buying a call, you are paying this money, right? Let's use a $70 call in this example for $252. Now, you're giving that money up. Who is collecting that money? Who is agreeing to sell you 100 shares at $70? 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be the market makers. Now, me and you could do this, right? I could agree to sell you my 100 shares at $70. You could agree to buy them at $70, but 9 times out of 10, it's usually market makers. And the fact here is, when you are giving them this money, they are not hedging for these options. They're not buying calls to ensure that they make money on this trade, right? Because if they sold you the $70 call, bought the stock at $52.50, where we currently sit, and then had to sell it to you for $70, they would make almost $2,000 per contract. But they are not doing that because they don't know it's going to go that high. They don't think it's going to go to 70, 80, 90, 100, and that's why they're not delta hedging. They're not buying the shares to cover for these options. You're literally giving them this free money, this free cash flow, so they never have to cover their short positions, especially Citadel, when they are down about $500 million. That is really why we're not seeing a gamma squeeze here, but specifically, we're seeing these 145 options going crazy. Anything that is 100 to 145 has well more any volume, or way more, I should say, way more volume than any other strike on these option chain. On every single option chain, it is the same, and we are essentially giving them our money. They are not helping the movement here. We're not helping the movement. We are actually hurting the movement, because eventually this options activity will start to die down until we do start to see shorts cover. If we don't have a catalyst, if we don't have something to push AMC up higher, we're not going to get the gamma squeeze, and the short squeeze obviously is going to happen either way, but we really need the gamma squeeze and short squeeze to push us up to these multi-$1,000 price points, which is very possible. Now, for me personally, if I'm buying these options, I want to buy probably the $60 call, because that is really where you have the best chance to actually help the movement here and really add to the whole delta hedging that is going on. Because right at our current price at $52.50, we're probably not even going to see these hedge funds actually hedging for these $60 calls. Once you get over 55, that's probably, if I were to imagine, that's when they're going to start hedging their positions. And if they buy stock at $59, sell it to you at 60, they still make money, but that is not the point. They drive the share price up higher by buying the shares to cover the calls that they sold short. So that, in a nutshell, is what I am looking at. I just want you guys to be super careful. Like I said, do whatever you want to do. I'm not trying to tell you anything differently, but I did feel the need to remake this video to help push this out to as many people as possible, because this is ultimately hurting the movement here. It's hurting the odds of us going to these multi-$1,000 price points, because ultimately nobody can deny this. We need a gamma squeeze and a short squeeze to go to these $1,000 price targets. So nobody else is talking about this, so I figured I would just make another quick video and give you guys this information all in a nutshell. Now, I do apologize for stuttering around, mumbling around a little bit. I'm trying to do this on the fly because, you know, it is 4th of July weekend and everybody's busy. I also don't want to take up too much of your guys' time as well. But if you like the analysis, the content that was provided in this video, hit that like button for me, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. All those things help push this video out to even more people. And I, quite frankly, like I said, I don't know why anybody is not talking about this. This is obvious to me, and this is a huge problem. Now, we're not financial advisors, nobody is, so that's probably why they're not telling you this, but I'll be sure to tell you I'm not a financial advisor and tell you what I think and what I am doing. But I also do at the same time think that buying shares and options is probably the best way to play this as far as getting the best percentage return on your investment once we do start to squeeze. With that being said, make sure to check out the links down below in the description. There is a link for public. No need to even link a bank account or deposit a single dollar. Get up to $70 in your choice of free stock. There's about 20 different stocks you can choose from. I've been getting Beyond Meat, so if you guys want to check that out, make sure you do that, as well as deposit $100 with Webull. Get 4 free stocks, each of them potentially worth up to $2,400 a piece. That is free money. Both those links are free money. You get your free stock in about 3 minutes time using the link for public, but also in Webull, you can turn off a setting where it makes it unavailable for Webull to lend out your shares to other hedge funds or institutions. Also, if you guys want to start winning on your trades like we are in the buy and sell alerts, join a community of about 40 members strong. This source is great information all day long, and you get access to my buy and sell alerts, as well as support the overall channel so we can keep making all these videos and keep you guys informed. Check that out, link down below in the description for the buy and sell alerts. But with that being said, let me know what you guys are doing for the 4th of July. I pretty much respond to every single comment and would love to hear from you guys. But with all of that being said, I'm going to take off. I will see you guys in the next video.